What's good, dudes and dudettes? Coming to you with my pet project. I had the Painbow pre-con, and I changed out the commander for this guy, Jensen Carthalion, Druid Exile, because he was exiled to Allura. My whole game plan for this deck is to say wubrg as many times as I possibly can. So this is the commander. It makes 5 mana into wubrg. That's white, blue, black, red, green. And if it's a multicolored spell, you scry one. If it's all colors or wubrg, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Let's get into a couple cards I have here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now, I have 3 land. So you know what they say, 3 land, play the game, right? And I have, usually I won't play unless I have some kind of ramp in my hand. This being that ramp slightly. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. What that does is it allows me to play this, so every land is going to be a swamp, well, it's going to be wubrg. Basically, it's going to be, a island or a plains, an island, a swamp, a mountain, and a forest. And what this says, target opponent loses 2 life for each swamp. Land stand deals damage equal to the number of mountains you control to target creature. Put 1/1 spawning creatures tokens into play for each land, a forest you control, and you gain 2 life for each plains you control. Draw a card and then discard that many cards for each island. Now the last one, it kind of sucks, but it might get you 1 or 2 cards, whatever. Living weapon for wubrg, remove target permanent from the game. So cost 7. It's an artifact, and it says you can just take something out. It's a permanent, take it out. I don't like that land. I don't like that artifact. I don't like that enchantment. I don't like that creature. Hell, it can even get a player removed. All right. This right here, the charms. I like the charms because they're instants and destroy an enchantment. Draw 2 cards. Put a 1+1/+0 until the end of the turn. It deals damage to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. So it gives me a couple options, and I do have a lot of charms in this deck. So unite the coalition. It's 2 and wubrg, and choose 5. You may choose the same mode more than once. A target permanent phases out. Target player draws a card. Exile target player's graveyard. Unite the coalition deals 2 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So already we have in our first hand 2 wubrgs, right? We can't play them just yet, but we're going to get white angel tokens off of them. All right, that's a mana dork that we'll be able to play maybe like 4th turn, 4th, 5th turn. I don't have any I don't have any forest at that time. I got another one, so right now we'll be able to do 5, because what this one does is it's like a land that's a ramp spell. Comes in tapped. We're going to play it first, obviously. And then when we get the other two, we're going to tap out on the third turn to make a forest and a island. But you know, forests are going to be bi or triomes, or the, you know, tap lands or whatever we choose. We put that in there after it has the word forest on it. All right, and this right here is a battle. I told you we're in Allura. This is an invasion of Allura. When the invasion of Allura enters the battlefield, exile top cards from the top of your library until you exile 2 non-land cards with mana 4 or less. You may cast those 2 cards without paying its mana cost and put one of them into your hand. Then put the other exile this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. So you get 2 cards. If you like them, you play them. If you don't want to play both of them immediately, you can put one into your hand. If you don't like either of them, just put them back under you and move on. So a battle, I played the battle, you get the battle, and then I fight the battle until I flip the battle. What the battle does after that is, let me see if I can do this with the one hand. Flips over. So I'm going to get the wubrg White Angel for the front side, and then when I destroy the battle, I'll get the wubrg White Angel for the back side as well, which says target player draws 2 cards. You may put a artifact card from your hand and onto the battlefield, which could be living weapon. Create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control, which could be living weapon. Just to give you an example, distribute 3 1/1 counters onto 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. So one can get 3, one can get 1, the other one can get 2, all 3 can get 1, and then destroy target permanent and opponent controls. So, like I said, it's good because I'm going to get 2 of the White Angel tokens just by destroying it. All right, Joda, the Unifier, we bring it together. Legendary creatures you control get +X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So that's that. Another planes. This is what came with the plain bow precon, but I definitely have to ramp up my lands. You know, deal 3 damage to target creature, return target card from your from a graveyard to its owner's hand, and tap all creatures target player controls. So it gives me some options. That's why I like the charms in this deck. This says Timeless Lotus. It comes in tap, but it taps for wubrg. It just helps the wubrg synergy. I like scry lands. I definitely do. They tap for 2 and they get you to scry 1. It's a little slow, but I can look at the deck. This is a legendary elk. I can't play it as a companion because you'll see why in a second. No card in your starting hand, in your starting deck, has more than 1 of the same mana symbol and its mana cost. That gives you a clue on why I'm not playing it as a commander, as a companion yet. And then you add wubrg. This can't be spent to pay generic mana. Obviously not, because we're wubrg. This is just a little mana rock. Comes in tapped, unfortunately, but it does tap for any color to cast a multicolored spell, which is definitely good. Um, you know, 5. You can tap for 5 mana in any combination. It's indestructible. Can't destroy my land. Um, we can exile target with 3 or more. Target creature with power 3 or more. You draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Distribute 2 1/1 counters amongst target creatures. Just a little something. Give us a little option. This says, if you would lose unspent mana, and obviously this is Lotus of All, because, you know, it finally completed itself and we got it, that mana would become black instead. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more color mana symbols in the mana cost. You may, if you do so, if you reveal it, if you do so, add 3 mana in any combination of its colors and put it into your hand. If you don't reveal it, put it into your hand instead. Or if you do reveal it, you get the 3 mana colors in any combination. If you don't, that's just this is a shocker. If you don't, you just put it into your hand. So I can show you, get mana. I cannot show you and just pull a card. Pre-combat main. This right here is just destroy each creature that isn't all colors, which we do have a lot of all color creatures because that's the name of the game. Look at this. Look at this. Door to nothingness. You tap this, you lose the game. If I tap this, you lose the game. It comes in tap. But when I tap it, you lose the game. And obviously, with let's just hypothetically say we had these 3 out on the deck, right? We got this one first. We tap this one. Oh, shenanigans. We tap that one to get this one. We brought that one out. We tapped this one to get this one. We brought this one out just because we had the 5 mana to pay for this one, obviously. And then next turn, you lose the game because this comes in tap, but we tapping both of these. Shikaboom! All right, we got the land, forest, and this is kind of stupid. If you don't have a tree folk card in your hand, then it comes in tapped and adding white and black to deal damage. Like I said, I gotta ramp up this right here. If it's in your opening hand, then it begins the game on the battlefield. You may pay wubrg rather than pay its mana costs, and that brings down a lot of my higher end. And this is the same thing on an artifact. Oh my god! This is a little ramp. You already know what that is. Okay. Swamps, mountain. Ooh, tempt with discovery. Yeah. This is, if I search and I tell you you can search, if you search, then I search more. You already know we need that. I mean, this one right here, if I have an artifact, then it taps, I can pay 1 life and tap for any color. Another one of those, destroy target enchantments, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards of a target player. If I wanted you, gone. Don't be holding no bullshit over there. Search it. This is the reason. This is in my deck, and I'm thinking about making it my commander. I'm going to play some games, see which one I like better. If I play this as my commander, I can play my companion, it being out of the 99. So, if I do this, it would be something. World tree, you know, go and get all the gods. I'm thinking about putting another god in here. I think I only have maybe 1 or 2 gods currently. All right, we already know what that is. We know what that is. Add 1 mana of any color, spend this only to cast multicolored spells, which I do a lot of. Oh, Naked Singularity. This is one of those. Not you. Put this down and just say, it doesn't matter to me, but you guys are gonna suffer for it. Leyline Guild Pack. Now this, with this commander, oh man, it's so good. Alright, so if it comes in my starting hand, right? Now, each non-land permanent you control is all colors. So that means anytime I cast anything, target creature, artifact, enchantment, it's all colors. And guess what? With all colors, I get a white angel. 4/4. This destroys one of the anything I want. So it's just like, yeah, no, destroy all creatures. Get them out of here. Or artifacts, or enchantments, or so we already know what that is. We know what that is. We know what that is. This says you come onto the battlefield, and this one I might get rid of. wubrg, you draw 3 cards, and then becomes a 10/10. I like to draw 3 cards and buff my creature. City of Brass. This is an older version. I've seen some that says it comes in tapped, and I'm like, I'm glad I don't have that version. I'll pay that money for that. Like I said, I gotta get better lands. I gotta get better lands in. This right here is probably something I might get rid of, but I thought it was funny. Meeting of the 5. So I get the wubrg effect. If I have one of my cards, I have like 3 of them that says things cost wubrg. So if I have one of those out, then it's just going to be wubrg. It's not going to be 8, but 8 is kind of steep. Then you get 10 cards from your library. You may cast those with exactly 3 colors from among them. This turn, add this much mana. That's double wubrg. Spend this only to cast spells with exactly 3 colors. So I do have a lot of charms, and that's what I'm looking for when I cast that. Just my charms. I mean, y'all know this one, right? It gets a 1/1 for each color among permanents you control, and then it taps for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 color of that color. So this is one of the versions. I need to get the other one, but it'll tap for 5 because I'm playing wubrg. And yeah, Jamin Tyler, Akin Signa. This just says first spell you cast each turn, you got Cascada, and you get the wubrg. So I get the angel. This is a child of Allura, which we gotta protect because it's from the home. Destroy all non-land permanents. They can't be regenerated. It's a bomb on the field. It's a bomb on the field. Okay. Doom Blast. Just choose one. Hopefully I'll choose my child. Destroy the rest. If I don't, then everything dies. Alright. Yeah, we can bestow it. We can look at all those flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, lifelink. Yikes. Chromatic core. And we have his father too. Another charm, deals damage. Put the creature on top of your library. You gotta get lifelink and plus 1/1 at the turn. I'll show you who his daddy is in a second. his daddy came to this right here. Might get rid of flash. This spell can't be countered. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have trample. I might get rid of that. Destroy target mono creature. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. It's one of the gods. Vigilance. Other legendary creatures you control have vigilance and add 1 mana of any color. So this is the god version. And on the back side, if I already had all the manas I needed and didn't worry about tapping, if I didn't have to worry about tapping, then I go the prismatic bridge, and at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card. Put it onto your battlefield, and the rest at the bottom of your library. So it's not a cast, so I don't get the token. I don't get the token, but I do get a creature. So we'll make it work with that. You know what we got to do. We got a whole bunch of lands that we need to fix out. Channel the Sun, it's just a 4 to make 5, but it makes it so nice. It makes it wubrg nice, you know what I mean? This is the Conflux. It's 8, you know, but if I have my card side, it's going to only be a wubrg. Search your library for a white card, a blue card, a black card, a red card, a green card. Reveal those cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. I can do that and just say, all right, whichever one I want to be, white, black, or whatever, I'll do it. This one says 5/5. Whenever Maelstrom Archangel deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. So I'm casting the spell. If it's wubrg, it's a wubrg. And then it's just 3 visits. This is like a Nature's Lore without the title of it. And this one just says, whenever another multicolored creature you control dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So it dies, it comes back to me, and we just recast that some bit. No problem. No love lost. And you get +1/+0 for the other multicolored creatures, which I kind of dig. I kind of dig it. We have a lot of cards we flip around in this deck. I say a lot because it's like 3. Most people have maybe 1. So the Kami War, exile target non-land permanent a opponent controls. Return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. So you don't have any cards in your hand? Here, take that one and get rid of it. Alright, and then you exile the Saga and then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. So again, I take this. It's 1 in wubrg. I take it. I flip it. It comes back. It's all colors. It's wubrg again. So that means I get, both times I get the effect of the angel. And then made manifest attacks. Defender player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Return that card to your hand, and then you get X+0 till end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. So it doesn't have to be a creature card. It could be something they killed, they blew up, whatever. But when I'm attacking, I think it said attack. What did it say? Yeah. When I attack, you gotta choose how much I'm gonna get buffed by. And because I got so much wubrg. Alright, so I know you've seen the card at the beginning. I have a few other cards like that as far as ley lines and other creatures that says each all lands are every basic land type. And this one says this spell costs 2 less to cast for each basic land type among lands you control. So if I start the game with Leyline of Gilpack, then I can play this for 2 automatically, right? That's the second turn I can play this. It's crazy. Each creature you control with vigilance. Each creature you control has vigilance if it's white, hexproof if it's blue, lifelink if it's black, first strike if it's red, and trample if it's green. So if I have that ley line out and permanents are all colors, I play that shenanigans. This and my commander, it's really rough early. Command Spire. Oh, here goes Daddy. Chromat. Meet Chromatic Core. So Chromat the father came to Allura a while ago. Just, spreading his wings and getting busy. He can destroy target blocking or being blocked. He can fly. He can, regenerate, and he can get +1/+1 until the end of turn, and then he can put Chromatic on top of his owner's library. So when it came through, and then all of a sudden, Sun now being all of those things his dad could do, but also because his mother was an enchanted creature, the love they made. So this is father and son, in the land of Allura. So it's a beautiful thing. All right, I'll continue. Plazang. All right, so this right here is an engine. If I play a wubrg card, then I'll get 5/1/1 counters. And if I remove 5 counters, then I'll get to kill you. I'll get to kill you. If I have these out on the battlefield and I play wubrg, I'll get to kill you. You just lose the game. It's not that serious. It's just a combination. This right here, if I play it for no mana, then I exile it. When it leaves the battlefield, I exile the top 10 cards of my library. If you may cast any number of spells with total mana value of 10 or less from among them without paying their mana cost. So it's a beautiful thing. A little flash, I might get rid of this card too, and in the battlefield you get indestructible for another card for as long as you get control this. So just target permanent, you want to destroy it, bam, flash this out. Now it has indestructible and I have a creature out. A couple flash cards I have in the deck, I might get rid of them, I don't know. Fusion Elemental, which is really good. Just a vanilla 8/8, but it comes in on another 4/4, so that's good. And it's flying, my angels. So this is just the Farewell Stone, and this is just, I got 5. It does the same thing my commander does. This is what the commander used to be. This put a creature token, 3/3 with trample, and it's all colors. And then once I discard or take down 3, choose up to 2 creatures for each of them. Put a 1/1 counter for each color it has on it, right? So if I just put my vanilla 9/8/8 out, it's going to be a 13/13. So this right here says, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control. So, and again, if I have Leyline or my other, I just tap for free. Just tap it. Book up, book up. Lands are every basic type bit. Book up, tap it. All right, another, and this one right here. This is the third card that I have that lands you control are every basic land type, in addition to their other types. So it makes me happy. So we have a lot of things that says you can pay wubrg instead of paying its total cost. So I end up just paying wubrg instead of anything. Like this one, you may pay wubrg rather than pay the mana cost of that spell to cast. Yeah, so we pay those and we play those. Flying, menace, and haste. I attack and I get 2 cards. 5/5 until I put some tokens on it. Then it's a 10/10. And it's menace and trifle. This one right here is another one of those. If I draw a card, each opponent may search their library for up to 3 basic land cards. They each put one of those cards onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest onto the battlefield tapped under their control. And then each player who searched their library this way shuffles it. So they can get 2 cards. I'll end up with 3 cards if I'm playing with a 4 pod, which helps out everybody. And why wouldn't you? Just because I get a couple more cards, whatever. And destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That's my whole deck, my commander, until I get another one out. I'll see how it goes, but let me know if you like it.